When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video.
Wide open, touchdown.
This week, the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions face off in a high-octane clash.
Look at this, it's on the money.
Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party. TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Cowboys and Lions, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
I know every operating system like the back of my hand.
I have 25 years of experience and have worked with several people from your company. I've been recognized for my passion. My team is everything.
LinkedIn delivers candidates who rise above the rest. With an up-to-date view into shared connections, skills, and interests you won't find anywhere else. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So, all right. With all that said, shall we flip over to the defensive side now?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I have nothing to say about the pass defense, like at all. So do you want to get the pass defense out of the way? Because there was about 1 million defensive snaps this week, and I found myself watching them very briefly and just seeing Caleb Williams look a bit rubbish and miss a few throws, and the Bears just not really needing to throw. So do you want to start with pass defense, and you can tell me what you think? Because my pass defense notes are Sidney Brown sucks, the pass rush was okay-ish, and I don't know what else you want me to say.
I didn't even honestly think the pass rush was that good. But
no, it wasn't.
Brown,
it wasn't, to be fair.
Brown was really bad in coverage. And so,
Jalen Hunt was good.
Yes, Jalen Hunt had the best game on the defensive line, I think. I'll show a couple of plays from Brown. I fully expect Marcus Epps to be the starter at safety on Monday night, as long as he's healthy. But just watch Sidney Brown at the top of the screen here in coverage. Like, where's he going? I don't even... That's his guy. You should not be getting beat that badly. And fortunately for him, Nolan Smith pressures Caleb Williams, who just misses the throw. But and really, it's just a bad job by Caleb, because he's open here, and you could literally lob this with 5 seconds of hang time, and it would get there, and he just misses it. But that wasn't the only one. There were several bad plays by Sidney Brown. He had one, and this gets into run D, but he had one where he just was like juked out of his shorts. I was trying to find. I had another. Here it is. This is another bad one at the goal line by Sidney Brown. Just like, that's terrible. Caleb misses the throw again. Caleb Williams was really bad in this game, by the way, I thought. And
Ben Johnson called him out as well. Yeah. I will just say, Fangio, oh goodness, how do I say this nicely? Fangio is obviously exceptionally good. He's the best coach on the Eagles. I think you'd have to say, but I think there are a couple of weaknesses that I've noticed the last couple of years, and last year at times it can get bad in that he doesn't really help out his dudes that much. Like on that snap, you got Sidney Brown in man coverage on Rome Odunze. Like, yes, he is burned badly, but he's like, what do you expect? Like, don't do it. And yeah, the touchdown I'm putting on Sidney Brown. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I
honestly don't know. Again, it's one of the ones where I'm going to say I don't know because
I am
we
pretty
can sit
certain.
here and yeah, you think it's Sydney?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain this is Sidney Brown's guy, but also Reed Blankenship's in a position to help as the middle field safety if he doesn't bite so hard on play action.
Most of the team was bad.
This is one of those where, like, I'm pretty sure this is Brown, but I'm also pretty sure Reed Blankenship should have been there to help.
And by the way, Fangio's run defense also sucked in this game. It wasn't just pass. Can we do it? Let's talk run D. Anything else on pass D? I genuinely have nothing.
I'm trying to think. I
said J-Lex Hunt was good. Was that it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a beautiful rep, isn't it? I remember this. I was going to tweet this, but I was too negative this week to say anything positive.
Yeah, I wanted to point this one out because he's playing outside, which you said he can't do.
Hang on a minute.
He takes the dig route from outside leverage. Look at that. That's beautiful
He's so wide out there. He's really wide. Covering a deep in. You'd never do that in the slot. Covering a dagger in the middle of the field. What a rarity.
Yeah. He also had a really smart play that I was going to point out where I'm pretty sure the Eagles are like zero blitzing here.
Wait, sorry. Was that a smart play? Is that, would you call it instincts then? Yeah, would you say it's good instincts?
I think so.
I
think they're zero blitzing here.
Where's he lined up when he's got good instincts? Just wanted to check.
What?
Where's he lined up with his good instincts?
In the slot. Actually in the box, but...
No, just checking.
Yeah. So the Eagles are they've dialed up a zero blitz here. And Cooper DeJean recognizes the running back is going out, which means they've got two free runners, but nobody's on the running back. Like we saw the Eagles do that a few weeks ago where they just slipped Saquon out and he was wide open. And he throttles down and chases the running back, which is the only outlet Caleb has for the ball. And there's still a free rusher. And so I thought that was a really heads-up play by Cooper DeJean. But honestly, overall, I just don't really want to see DeJean blitz, like, ever. Because although that was a good play, it just takes too much away from your coverage to blitz one of your best coverage players who, like, here, he's just so late rushing and so slow. It doesn't really impact anything. So to me, I think you've got two linebackers that are both exceptional blitzers. I just really don't want to see Cooper DeJean blitz. But I did think that was one really heads-up play when he was blitzing and he leaked back out on the running back.
Right, that's it. Run game. Let's do it. I'm not talking about anything else.
All right. You got 7 minutes.
Percentage split. Eagles bad or Bears good in terms of thought of the run game this week?
I'm going like 75% Bears good. I think as the game goes on, it compounds. Okay. I think as the game goes on, it compounds, and you really see their linebackers start to question themselves and react slowly. But I would say a lot of that is...
If you just watch this game, would you think that Kobe Dean is the worst linebacker you've ever seen playing in the NFL?
Maybe. No, because I remember watching some of the old linebackers. But
that's the answer.
Yeah, it was a really rough game for Dean.
Who was the man? Who was the guy we had who couldn't run? Was it Shaq?
Nate Gary.
Oh yeah, it was Shaq Leonard, wasn't it? That was the one.
Oh yeah, last year.
Oh, that film was like watching me out there. I think it was worse. I'm gonna. Could I come off the Fangio a little bit? How do you want to do this? This is the good thing about not preparing. 30%'s hard as hell. Excuse. I'm saying it. Excuse. One of the reasons why they played so many snaps in this game was because they sucked on defense. I'm just going to say it. I know the offense is bad. I get it. But they were bad at the start of the game. You can't tell me you're fatigued on like the first and second possession. And also, I'm going to say it again. If you are fatigued, stop playing Jalen Carter like 95% of the reps. And
they did in this
give him
game.
A little bit of a break. Did they actually? I thought you had a ridiculously high amount this week as well.
No, he was actually. I thought he was off the field quite a bit. He only played. He played.
I may be wrong,
see,
man.
where is it? He played. He played 61 snaps, but that was out of 87. So he played about.
How many of them when the game
was?
I guess the game wasn't fully lost. So yeah. All right, fair enough. Do you have a clip of all of the runs, or do you want to just use my thread? Because my thread, like the first 5 are all their biggest runs. Do you want to just talk through briefly? Yeah, if you want to just talk through the main plays. So, The Bears' run game was unbelievable. The Eagles' run defense, I thought, was terrible. That's sort of how I would describe it. And I thought Ben Johnson absolutely wrecked them. Many of you have seen these plays before, so we won't go into great detail, but DJ Moore holding the edge there. They had a real issue with backside cut lanes, backside runs in this game. Didn't help, but defensive tackle was getting blown off. And if you haven't watched Jalen Carter on some of these reps, be warned, it's bad. It's just really good scheme, but it's also really bad defense.
Now look how far Jalen Carter gets pushed on this play. Like, he starts with his hand on the ground inside the 23-yard line, and just watch where he ends up. And this is supposed to be the stud on your defensive line. Like, he started right here.
Man,
and he ends up way out here.
Yeah.
Like, he's
my
1,
internet's
2,
not going to
3,
let me
4.
talk Randy, is it?
Maybe not. He's 5 yards pushed off the line and all the way across the other hash.
So you've got like DJ Moore motion, but still the gap's too big. But what annoyed me, Shane, was that they didn't adjust at all. So if I die here, you're in charge of all the run game. They just didn't adjust. They got beat in very similar ways. Like this one's obviously, that's the same one. No, it's not the same one, is it?
But yeah, it was.
The second one was the Wham one, but I might be wrong.
Here we go. All right, Jonny might be gone, so I'll pick up here and hopefully he'll come back in again. I thought this was something really cool that they did too, like motioning the tight end in and then using him to wham block Moro Ojomo. It gets him a double team on Jalen Carter. It gets you a lineman to the second level, and just look at the gap there. I mean, like Moro Ojomo's there, but he's falling down because of the wham block. Sidney Brown, that's the Sidney Brown run play I was thinking of earlier, where he comes downhill. I don't know where Reed Blankenship's going. Sidney Brown just gets juked out of his shorts. It was bad at every level. But are you back now, Jonny?
I mean, I believe I may be, but I'll be honest, I'm surprised I've done any of the show looking at my speed. I just need to reboot the whole thing, which I can't do mid-show.
All right. Well, do you want to say anything else on that
one? So I'm here for as long as I'm here. Yeah, you keep flying for him, and if I can comment, I'll try and make on it. The one thing I really wanted to say while I'm here was just I didn't think we adjusted at all. And I can't believe we never played three linebackers once. I know Fangio doesn't do it, but when you're getting 280 yards run on you, you can't have Nakobe Dean out there every play and not give another guy a chance. Like, that's the thing that let me down.
Yeah, and also, like, you're just getting gashed, and you have a first-round pick at linebacker on the bench, so you can play Byron Young 38 snaps as a third defensive tackle. And, like, look at Byron. Well, I'm going to point out two things on this play. First of all, let's look at Byron Young and how far he gets moved by a single block. Like, he's just not a playable defensive tackle. And so I would have liked to have seen you. Maybe you just go to two defensive tackles and you put Jahad Campbell on the field. Maybe you play Brandon Graham more than 6 snaps and you kick him inside. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's 4 defensive tackles here. Like, put Brandon Graham where Moro Ojomo is and kick everybody down a little bit. Get Byron Young off the field. But also, what is Jalen Carter doing here? He's like jumping to the outside like he thinks it might be a bootleg when he's not even the edge defender.
Shane, what is Jalen Carter doing in 90% of the reps in this game?
Yeah, I heard like 2 words there. Yeah, there's a lot of reps where I just don't understand what Jalen Carter was doing. I was trying to find, there's another one where he just kind of seems like he freelances and takes himself out of a play. And it's like he jumped to the outside to grab a hold of a defensive tackle, or not an offensive tackle. And that didn't really make sense to me. But yeah, this is the play. It's another goal line play. And instead of hitting this hole and like attacking this puller, he like jumps out at the offensive tackle and just takes himself out of the play. And so I thought Carter was really bad in this game. Every aspect of the run defense was just terrible. And there was a lot of an element of Nakobe Dean he's so good usually getting downhill, and he just didn't trust his eyes in this game. Like, look how hesitant he is there. How many times do we see Nakobe Dean sort this out and he shoots this gap and makes a play in the backfield? Here, he's just waiting until the guard climbs to him, and then he misses the tackle on top of it. And so it was just a game where things snowballed and went downhill everywhere for everybody. And Fangio got out coached. And that happens sometimes. Are you still here, Jonny? I saw you move for a second.
Am I still here?
Maybe not.
You tell me.
Yes. Yes, I heard
Am
that.
I?
Before you die again, what else do you want to mention?
All right, shall I just go in like half a second? I don't know why I didn't play Jahad Campbell. I don't know why I didn't just play a 4-3 at times and get 3 linebackers on the field. I know it's not what they do, but when you're that bad, why the hell not? And we are not far away from having a serious Jalen Carr conversation this offseason, Shane. A big one. That contract is going to be fascinating.
Yes.
Because either he's just doing his own thing, or some of the reps are really bad. If it was like a Jomo or something doing some of the stuff we'd seen on film, we'd be going, what is happening? I wanted to highlight Nakobe Dean being bad, but you saw it. I think Dean is awesome. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying during a game, your head spinning, out you come. Nakobe Dean played every single snap and Jahad Campbell played 0. I find that utterly bemusing. I don't really know what to say about that. Like his head was gone. He had no idea what he was seeing. So, and also, like, Byron Young played like 30 snaps. And Ty Robinson must suck.
38.
He must be bad. So I don't know what to say about the run D. I don't think this is a one-off. That's my gut. We've seen the Eagles be out-physical by the Giants and Cam Scavo. I don't think this is just a one-time thing. I think teams are going to look at what they did, and if I'm going against the Eagles, I think we can run on them if we use motion. There was a really clever snap I wanted to show, and I don't know if I'll be able to. On my film thread, I'm probably not going to be able to get to it, am I? It was play, if you can, last thing when I'm out, if it lets me. Was it play 7? Trying to load it at the same time, which probably isn't great with internet problems. It was the one where I can't even load a Twitter thread, man. Can't even load a Twitter thread. It was one where Blankenship. No, was it 6? Yeah, it was play 6. Watch what the motion does.
I know which one you're talking about. I can talk about it if you die.
Yeah, watch what the motion does to the safeties. I think I may have died. Yeah, do you know what I mean? You talk about it because I'll probably die. You know exactly what I'm going to say, so you can take it from here.
Yeah, get out of here and I'll bring us home. So the one Johnny's talking about here. Ben Johnson knew exactly what the Eagles' responses were going to be. And so here, they're showing single high safety with Reed Blankenship walk down into the box. And so they motion across the formation, and that sends Reed Blankenship running backwards. And then they run it to his side. And so you've got a safety who was running backwards, now all of a sudden has to put the brakes on and come back upfield to try to make a play. And so Ben Johnson put on a masterclass in this game. Can't give enough credit to him. I do want to shout out just a couple more quick plays here. And again, sorry for all the technical difficulties this week. But I want to shout out a couple more cool designs. This is another one, just run game creativity. This is what's missing in the Eagles run game. So you can see they're going to bring a jet motion here. And you have to respect it as the edge rusher because they've handed this off in the game. And so the edge rusher now realizes the jet motion guy doesn't have it, but he also has to be concerned about a bootleg because they've also faked this, bootlegged, and thrown it to this motion guy before. And so watch Jalix Hunt, who, again, I think played the best game for the Eagles in the defensive front. Watch his reaction, how slow he is, and the cutback lane that's created here because he's worried about so many different things. It's just such cool design. And you might say, like, the Eagles can't do that because they can't really do things under center. But it's not just out of under center that you can do that. You can do it out of shotgun too. They had a really cool shotgun run here where, 52 is going to block to the right and you get 73 pulling through the gap to wham block the other defensive tackle. And you've got 62 pulling to the next level. Like so many, you guys are used to the pin pull stuff where we block it like this and we pull through, but they take it to a next level. They block here here, and you get 62 pulling up to the next level. And so it's just really cool stuff in the run game. And 62 doesn't do a great job landing that block, but it's still a good run and a good play. And so there's so much cool run stuff that they can do that you definitely need to take a look at if you're the Eagles and try to build some of that out. One other cool play I want to shout out, and then one cool defensive performance, and then I'll get us out of here. But I just thought this was a really cool design, and ultimately Jalen Phillips tips the ball, but another just cool pass game thing. And so they motion a receiver into the backfield next to Caleb Williams, and then at the snap of the ball, he's going to insert through the opposite A-gap, right? So he's aligned to the left. He's going to insert through the right A-gap and then get out to the flat, where he's essentially being chased by a linebacker because of how the routes distribute. And if Caleb Williams is just like a quarterback that can throw a drag route, I guess it gets tipped, so maybe I should tamper my Caleb Williams slander here, but Jalen Phillips tips this one. But if he makes a good throw on the money, DJ Moore, receiver, is in a foot race against a linebacker to get to the edge and score a touchdown. So I thought that was just a really cool design. I'll run it through one more time so you can see without pausing it. But I thought that was an awesome design. You just don't see stuff like that from the Eagles often. And then I do want to shout out Jalix Hunt for just an awesome play. A lot of times you'll see a defensive lineman bat a ball down. You almost never see him complete the catch. And here he reads this out, he feels this screen a little bit, and he gets his hands up and tips this to himself and catches it. And that's such an athletic play. Now, I'm sure having safety in your background helps that a lot, but really cool play by Jalix Hunt. This was at a 1-point game in the third quarter. It's unfortunate, that the Eagles squandered that field position that he gave them, but I wanted to shout out Jalix Hunt, who I thought played a good game, interception aside. But that's an unreal play. So, and I guess I will leave it there for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, technical difficulties aside. Try to
just defend myself. Do I exist for a second? I have logged in to my online, and there is a problem at the hub. There is a genuine internet problem with my address. So I think it's a one-off. It's not like I shut the door or I haven't, or I left something plugged in. I'm now going to have to speak to an engineer, I think, for tomorrow. So that's good fun, isn't it? At least I found out now. I didn't realize it. I've noticed it on my preview and stuff this week. So yeah, apologies. Good fun. Luckily, Shane knows loads. Just God, I wanted to talk about run game more. So sad times. But there we go. I'm sure Shane hit it as good as I would have. But can we hire Ben Johnson? That's my biggest theme. Can we imagine watching that run game every week?
I would love
my
to.
My BGN articles would be like 5,000 words. It'd be great.
I know.
Maybe it's good for actually my workload that we don't have Ben Johnson, because it's really easy to watch our offensive film. Really easy. So maybe it's good Ben Johnson isn't here.
Yeah, it was for sure a really cool game plan from Ben Johnson. So all the credit in the world to them. And yeah, like I was saying, apologies for the technical issues, but removing that, let us know what you guys think of the new format. We might try it again next week with better connectivity so we can dialogue a little more, because that's what I liked so much about last week, is we could just dialogue instead of running through canned points. But that's kind of what we have for this game. If you want more stuff, be sure you check out our Patreon. I've got a past game review up in there for this week. I think it was like 32 minutes long or something like that, and I went through 20 some odd plays, and I went a lot into the missed third down early in the game, which now we know for sure. I was speculating at the time what they thought was going to happen. Now we know for sure because of Hard Knocks, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. Eric is going to be working on a player spotlight later this week. Jonny will have his preview up. Eric also wrote an article about how to fix the Eagles offense if you want to check that out. So, thank you guys, all of you, for joining in here. Again, one more time, apologies for the technical issues, but hopefully if you're watching this on Patreon, I'll have those edited out. And if you are listening on podcast platforms, hopefully you will never notice. So that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for joining in. Keep it tuned here to the Eagles Pinpool Network for lots of more great content in the lead up to and aftermath of the Chargers game. And again, if you want more film content, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/ontheshanepage. For me, And for Jonny, I guess I could say anything I want because he's not here right now. But for me and Jonny, we will catch you guys next time. Go Birds.
REI Co-op presents a perfect outdoor moment with the perfect gift. Picture this. You're ripping with your favorite person. Bluebird skies, blower powder, and frankly, you're skiing like legends.
So sick. Another lap?
Thanks to REI's curation, from lid to sticks, you nailed the gift.
No way. How'd you know?
Does it get more perfect than that? Give without guessing. Shop in store or visit rei.com.
All right, listen up, nacho chips. Quiet down, crispy potatoes. This is the moment Velveeta's been preparing you for, and you're not about to crack under pressure. Today's the day to go all in on the drip. Velveeta's Heat and Eat Queso is the MVP of any game day spread, so stick by them, and you'll be golden. Now get out there and make delicious history. No tailgate party is complete without Velveeta.
Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Get Popeye's Scary Good Freddy Fazbear Box with garlic palm tenders and cheesy bites with marinara sauce. Or try the deluxe box with the Cupcake Cup and a 20-ounce drink and see Five Nights at Freddy's 2, only in theaters. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.